Have you ever had somebody after the meeting say, I got to go home and pray about it? And of course, I respect everybody's, beliefs and everything, but it also drives me crazy because I always feel like maybe this is what you've been praying for. So there's a great story about Farmer John, right? And Farmer John is sitting on the porch, and all of a sudden this flood starts to come in. And a ranger comes by in a Jeep Cherokee, and he's like, hey, Farmer John, there's a flood coming. Everybody's got to evacuate, the village or the city. And he goes, nope, I've been a good Christian my whole life. The Lord will save me. And the guy in the Jeep is like, yeah, but there is a major flood coming, and you should probably evacuate. We're asking everybody, to evacuate. And he says, nope, been a good Christian my whole life. The Lord will save me. And the guy in the Cherokee is like, okay, and takes off. And pretty soon, the water is rising. The Cherokee was driving there just in a little bit of muddy water. Right now, the streets are filled with water. And a guy comes in like a rowboat, and he's like, hey, Farmer John, come on, man, we got to go. The flood is here. It's time to go. And Farmer John says, nope, been a good Christian my whole life. The Lord will save me. And he's just sitting there on his porch as the water starts to approach his feet and his shins. And pretty soon, it's like full-blown, massive, just water all the way up. And Farmer John is on the roof of his house. And he's holding onto the chimney, and his legs are like, dangling in the air, and the wind and everything. And, whoosh, and a helicopter comes with a loud mic, and they roll down a ladder. And they're like, Farmer John, it's time to go. The flood is here. You're going to die. And he says, no, the Lord will save me. And the helicopter is like, God, I got to go. And so the helicopter takes off. And sure enough, Farmer John drowns and dies. And, he goes to heaven, and he's, talking to St. Peter at the pearly gates. And he's upset. Not St. Peter, Farmer John. And, St. Peter's calm. And he's like, I can't believe it. I've been a good Christian, and, the Lord didn't send anybody to save me. And the guy's like, I don't know what you're talking about. We sent the guy in the Cherokee, we sent the guy in the boat, and we sent the guy in the helicopter. And so the point of the story is sometimes what we've been praying for, our prayers have been answered. Sometimes what we're looking for is right in front of us, and we just can't see it. And so, when people say, I've got to go home and pray about it, I always tell them, hey, maybe this is what you've been praying for. Opportunity comes disguised in overalls as hard work. And so successful people have the ability to recognize opportunity quickly and take advantage of it, while unsuccessful people, they kind of hem and haw and take a look and tire kick and ask questions. And again, it's not so much that they're skeptical about the opportunity, it's that they're skeptical about themselves. They lack belief in themselves. And so again, when you're closing, it's so important that you believe in the person, believe in yourself, and have the confidence to say, hey, let's do this. And one of my favorite closes is just to reach my hand out and say, hey man, I'll do it with you.